everyone. I decided to do my presentation on the communicational differences between us here in America and those in Africa. A little bit of background: in the past, parts of Africa became really integrated due to the heavy cultural and commercial traffic that went through. Through this, the interior regions remained partially isolated, but the exterior regions ended up with a lot of diversity because of the ideas from Africa being brought out and the ideas of other cultures, particularly the West, being integrated in. So now there's a vast array of social and communicational differences throughout the region. Africa is now home to hundreds of languages and diverse social constructs influencing each other. However, there are still some basic aspects of the African way of communication that I'm going to tell you about today. Hetch et al. In 2003 actually identified 5 core symbols in African American communication systems. Number 1, he said, is the sharing or endorsing the group, which is including rituals and communication styles. Number 2 was uniqueness of or homage to the individual. Number 3, he said, is positivity and emotionality, based on spirituality and expressed through art and everyday life. Number 4 was realism, both a style that is genuine and a practicality about the world. And then number 5, assertiveness, standing up for oneself. In the Cultural Atlas editors in 2015, they came out with an article about the verbal and nonverbal aspects of the communication in Africa. They said that in the verbal aspect, they have very direct communication, they speak with confidence, they're straight to the point, their intention is very clear. South Africans are actually likely to correct you or disagree with you if you're wrong in a conversation. This could come off as rude to foreigners, especially those from the West, but that's not the intent. They would actually really appreciate it if those foreigners would give back that confidence or that communication, if they'd give back that intention and be straight to the point. They also speak with raised voices. This is particularly the females, but this is also, they just speak very loud. They speak louder than people from the English-speaking West, which could also come off as aggressive or very blunt, but that's not the intent. Silence, such as here, has a big meaning. It could mean that the conversation just is not engaging for them, or that someone is upset, that there's something wrong. It may make Africans uncomfortable if there is extended silence, and will speak to fill that silence. The Cultural Atlas editors in 2015 also said that Africans people might find it very rude to refer to elders without using the prefix meaning uncle, or tani, meaning auntie, while in a small town. But however, in an urban environment, they might simply use the formal words meaning Mr., Mrs., or Miss when talking to an adult. Similar conversations in the West, in Africa, they actually use humor to release tension in conversations, as opposed to their nonverbal, which they use physical contact in a lot, actually. They use it to show physical affection, as we do here, but a lack of physical contact may make someone appear cold or untrusting. They use their hands a lot, but they don't particularly use their left hand because it's impolite to make gestures with that left hand, so the right is favored. White Africans are more likely to use both hands to gesture than the black Africans are. Hands in pockets, whether the right hand, left hand, both, it's really viewed as disrespectful. Keith Warburton from the Global Business Culture said that backslapping and firm handshakes, which are often quite lengthy, are common, and they can be seen as a sign of aloofness if a foreign visitor backs away from its approach. The Cultural Atlas editors in 2015 said as well that using your hands to make the V, as in like a peace sign here, with the index finger and middle finger in the shape of a peace sign, but with your palm facing towards you, can actually be seen as very rude. But on the other hand, youth in South Africa sometimes use a sign known as to the West as the shaka, or the hang loose sign, as in this, can be used to say hello or goodbye. It's considered rude to point at someone with your index finger, as it is here. Africans tend to sit or stand within very close proximity to others. They're not aware of the uncomfortable feeling that this can bring to those who are foreign or from the West. Black Africans are very expressive with their facial features. as opposed to the white Africans who are less animated. They tend to hold eye contact unless they are from an older generation. In that case, then they may avert eye contact to show respect to those in authority. There are many differences in the communication styles throughout Africa, but I hope that these general commonalities help you understand a bit about the African communication styles.